How do you define success? Would it be through money, fame, being liked, being externally validated for whatever reason? That would be my guess. And that is how I used to think, how I used to frame success. In my opinion, that is a very commonly held opinion about success and what success means in 2024. And to be quite honest, I disagree. What prompted me to make this video right now is I watched one of Hamza's videos, who's a content creator on YouTube, if you guys don't know who he is. And I watched one of his videos and he was talking about what success means. And then later that night, I went on to journal about what success really means to me. Why am I doing all of this? So I sat there, stared at the wall, writing, as I was writing, just thinking, what does success mean to me? After about, I'd say, half an hour, I'm going to assume it was half an hour because I wasn't timing myself. I don't know. Felt like a long period of time. I think I came to my opinion, my definition, you could call it, of success. I think success comes from within. Success has to come from within. What do I mean by this? Well, for me, being content and having a sense of fulfillment with myself, regardless of what is happening outside of me, outside of what I can control. So for me, fulfillment is, well, my definition of success, to give you an example, would be to do things that I enjoy, whether this be reading, journaling, spending time with friends, doing things, activities that I enjoy. That's how I define success. Now, I will say this, I still have traits of how I used to think about success. So, what I mean is, I care about what other people think way too much. And that is something I am working towards breaking out of that habit. But for now, I still have it. I'm making a video right now because I've acknowledged that my opinion on this topic has changed, but I still have those habits of caring about what other people think way too much. Whether it be for my appearance, what I said, something I did. It doesn't matter what prompted this. Just the fact that I still care about what other people think. Look, I'm getting better at it. That's for sure. I'm definitely getting better, but it's a work in progress and it is slow. And it's something that just over time, with consistency and effort, you will slowly start to get better at. That is exactly what I'm trying to do and what I want to teach people, that not everything is going to happen immediately. What I have found myself doing, especially well, in terms of success, is I compare myself, the unfinished product, to someone who is a lot closer to the finished product than I am back over here. And I compare myself like we're on the same level, that we're doing the same things, at the same time, putting in the same effort. Yet, why am I here, back here, and this guy's over here? So sometimes it leaves me a bit stuck and I feel uncomfortable and I start to feel a bit disappointed because of that comparison. And then what I've come to acknowledge is that people start their journeys on all different sorts of paths, right? You might be doing things that I'm not doing, but then I might pick up later, and vice versa. I might be doing something that you don't do until 5 years later, right? It doesn't matter, but just the point that I'm trying to make is that comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison, especially in terms of success, in my opinion, it just defeats the purpose of it. It defeats the purpose of being able to have something to enjoy. And the idea of success, I think it has a lot to do with the person that you have become throughout the journey, throughout the journey of becoming and reaching this person. I think that's the key, and that's something that I'm starting to slowly get better at understanding and acknowledging and applying to my own life. There was one other thing I wanted to add. I find that having deleted Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok has really helped me in this process of stopping to compare and defining what success means to me. What I found was I was just continuously scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And all I was, excuse me, all I was doing was I was comparing. I was comparing myself, who was sitting at home on a couch, in bed, whatever I was doing, regardless of what I was doing, it was not much, comparing myself to someone who is putting the best photo of themselves, the best image of themselves onto social media for everyone to see. And I was comparing myself in the present moment to that person. And it just made me feel terrible. It made me feel terrible. And I really hope none of you feel the same way or have done the same things, but I feel it is very common and it's almost prompted from having social media in this way. I do think I will return back to social media. When I say social media, I should say, I still have YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, but I've identified that these apps are not as addictive for me personally. They're not as addictive, so I won't get continuously scrolling for hours and hours on these apps, and I won't compare myself to people on these apps. So I had to find what was right for me. So back to what I was saying, I do think I will eventually go back onto these platforms, but for now, I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with what I'm doing. I don't need them. I do think that later on, I will get these apps again once I feel that I have broken through that the urge to scroll and to compare myself to other people. And, I fully acknowledge I'm not there yet. And it's about the process and how I get there and the person that I become to getting there. I think that is really key. It's a really crucial point. And that's something everyone should aspire for. So, in saying that, I just want to say one more thing about what success means for people, right? I really, really think that success is different for every single person. Success for me is very different for success for you. And knowing the difference, no, I shouldn't say knowing the difference. I think knowing what's right for you is the single most important thing that you can focus on, that I'm trying to focus on. What's right for me? What do I value in my life? And aligning your goals, your actions with these goals to achieve success in whatever form it might be for you. But the point that I'm trying to make is yes, it'll be different for everyone, but in my opinion, success happens from within. It's not something externally, it's from within. Because within the last 3, 4 months, my outlook on life is completely different. And I've found that I'm a lot happier because I'm listening to that voice within and I'm aligning my goals and my actions towards achieving those goals within. So it's bringing me more fulfillment. And that's something I wish everyone could learn. And not only learn, but apply it to their own lives. So that's what I wish for you guys to take out of this video. And as always, I really, really think that change starts with you. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't initiate the change by myself because I acknowledged that no one was going to pull me up from the shirt, pull me along by the ear. I had to do it myself. And it took me a while to realize that. It took me a while, but hopefully, if you guys are listening and you take on board what I'm saying, my experience, it has to come with you. It has to come from you.